Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play New Legend of Zelda First Quest. I'm Nitro6003. Today we're going to take out both level 4 and 5. Now level 4 and 5 are in the same places, plus we're going to get 2 heart containers, and we're going to get the magical sword. So here is level 4. In its traditional spot. Alright, so here you have bat rope keys. Oh, clock, good deal. And there was a key in there. I was standing on the spot where it appears. And here you have different low-level wires. And in here you have, let me just light up the room. So just some wires here as well. Oh, clock, nice. 3 paths through this room. I really hope it saves the clocks for the Wizrobe rooms later, because that'll be helpful. So we also will get the magical sword too, if I didn't mention that. And this level is pretty straightforward. There really is no tricks to it. And here you have spread robes. And a clock. And yes, there's a key in here. And there was in the original NES First Quest also. And oh, I forgot to tell you guys about the like-likes. So like-likes are more of a pain than they usually are. Oh, I was lucky that that like-like did not turn around. So in this quest, they can eat more than just your magical shield. They can eat your potions, your enemy bait, and your magical shield. So they are really, really dangerous in this quest. More so than they have ever been. I mean, not that they weren't annoying before, they are, but they're even more so now. And I think I'm going to want to buy a couple of super bombs prior to going into level 5, because there's a couple of kind of problematic rooms there that can cause trouble, and a super bomb would certainly take care of any of that problem. And we'll use one of our keys here. And let us get our bombs out. And because we can hold more bombs, and here obviously you're going to find your step ladder just like in the original. So just be careful here with the like-likes. If you can... Oh, hello, clock. Never a bad thing to get a clock in a room full of like-likes. And here you find your step ladder. So no trouble there. Now, because the levels do get longer from this point forward, we probably won't be able to do more than 2 levels in a part, but now here you'll need a key to go up. Now this room is very important, not because there's anything in it, but because these souls will, because you don't have the magical sword, will continue to respawn. Oh, and hello, Goma. So yeah, there's a Goma here. Now you'll notice that the statues are not shooting at us. So we'll have to figure out what to do about that, because obviously so far any room that has had statues has shot at us. So, and this clue that's above us, you're going to want to know for every single one of Matt's quests. So here's where you find the clue to this. When a statue shoots you not, you shall shoot it. And as I said, you need to know it for every single one of his quests. And we will go get the step ladder, the map. And there's our fourth magic jar, or first in this quest, so to speak. I mean, if you want to use bombs, you can, but it's really a waste of your bombs. It really, really is a waste of your bombs. You should not waste bombs on those guys. You will get the magical sword, and you'll be able to take care of them. And we'll clear out this room first. We'll go up there in a minute. Because you have spread robes and bullet robes and all kinds of ugliness. And if you need to refill your health at all. Alright, so we'll come right back to that room in a second. So first you want to come up this direction because there's more money here. I mean, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. But I recommend it. Hopefully one of these guys will be kind enough to do that. Now this room here used to be totally and utterly useless. But not anymore. So as I run into one of those traps, hopefully one of these bats will drop me a heart. Nope. Alright, well there's your boss key, which you do need. And I want to try to get that heart back. So I'm going to go back to that Zol room really quick. And get my heart back. Because there is a Gleeok here. So it's just a couple of rooms back. It's not that far away. Now, you're not guaranteed to get a heart in this, but you have better chances of getting a heart against with these guys than you are with anybody else. So far nothing, so let's see if we have to let this guy respawn and to cut to 2 more since we were not able to so far get any hearts. Come on, drop a heart. There we go. Took a little longer than it sometimes has taken me in the past, but no worries. The Wizrobes should not respawn, and if they do, we'll take them. Alright, so let's push that block and go take care of Gleeok. And you'll notice he's a little different. He has 4 heads. Now, in the original first quest, you didn't face a 4-head Gleeok till level 8, but this one's really not... I guess you could call him a weak version of Gleeok. And tanking a 4-headed Gleeok never is the best idea, but I've seen worse. There's your heart container. And this is where you need your boss key. So let us continue on now as we go towards level 5. Now, so now we're going to make our way to the 2 heart containers that we can get on this route. And you really should probably have a potion for level 5. It kind of gets ugly to an extent. There are a couple of hard rooms there, and you really might want to think about having a potion. And like I said, you really don't want to go into lore rule until you have the magical, until you can get the magical sword. And right now I'm just trying to get extra money, because there's a lot of things we need to buy later, and it costs a lot. So we're going to need money for later on anyway. We're going to need to buy some super bombs later. It doesn't hurt to have a super bomb for level 5. You don't, it's not required to beat it, but it does help. But since we're a little low on cash, I'll just use my regular bombs instead. And like I said, there's a lot of things we still have to buy. So I'm going to hold off on buying super bombs for right now. And this is just your standard shop, by the way. Nothing special about it. And you have the faster Octoroks here. Hello, clock. And there's the heart container. We'll leave him there for now. Although I don't think we'll be back this way, so it really kind of doesn't matter. If you want to kill him, you can. And then in the next part, we'll take out both level 6 and 7. So that's the final heart container in the overworld, because there's one in one of the bonus dungeons now. So unfortunately, like I said, you cannot have the magical sword prior to going into level 5, which would really make it a little easier. Probably not by much, but it would make it a little easier to do. Get that 5. And we're just making our way to level 5. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, when you beat level 5, you can't go back that way, which would make things a lot easier in getting the magical sword, but we will have to walk all the way back up this direction anyway. So Lost Hills here, just go up 4 times. Nothing's too complicated about that. And here is level 5, the lizard. And like I said, we should easily be able to take out level 5 in this part. It's not that long of a level. And, the enemies are kind of complicated, but not really too hard for this point. So once you do that, you can go up to this room of Gibdos. Now, one of the things you'll notice, and we'll be coming back here anyway, so I'll go into that room, but it's the same clue as it was in the original first quest. So, but there's other things I want to do first, such as go this way. Now, you could go up and around, but unfortunately, because those guys will respawn before you come back, you really don't want to. So it's probably worth it in your while to wait. And these guys might respawn. I'm never sure what. I think it's 5 rooms makes the enemies respawn. And hello, Darknuts. And tanking Darknuts is not the best idea. But those two are trapped, so we're going to take that to our advantage. Because we can easily take care of them. Now, it is technically faster to F6 from this part because, you know, you don't have to walk so many screens, but I think we'll be okay. And here you have NLOZ. And you didn't see them till level 9 in the original. But they're really not that hard. You didn't see Patras till level 9 either. For that. But anyway, we want to go down first. Now, this room used to be kind of useless. Well, not kind of useless, because the bomb upgrades were to the left. But you really didn't need to come up this way if you didn't want the bomb upgrades. As long as you got the, the whistle. So basically, it's just a clue about blue fairies. And I'll take care of him in a minute. Just in case I get beaten up badly in this next room, I want to have an out. And again, if you want to F6, go ahead. It does not hurt you in any way. In the original first quest, it would. You would not start with full health. And of course, these guys kind of drop health, which is nice. And yes, you do have to come here. You do have to find the whistle. It's not as important as it is in the second quest, of course, but it is pretty important in New Legend of Zelda 2. Again, if you don't want to beat the NLOZ, you could just F6 back to the start from here. Save you a couple of minutes, but I think we're doing fine on time. And we'll probably be at full health anyway when we get back there. So, but if you really are afraid of the NLOZ, then by all means you can F6 back to the start if you want. But they drop a lot of money, so they might be worth your while to kill them. Now, because bats also drop stuff for you, you should definitely kill the bats too. And remember, we were left one Gibdo in this room. And just a regular fairy there. Nothing too crazy. Take the money, that's for sure. And this is the same clue that Dig Dodger hates certain kind of sound. You've heard that probably many times playing through the first quest. So you want to get your bombs out for the next room because you have the dongos. Now you could bomb them this way and hope for them to drop a 4, because they can drop more than just... They are able to drop other things, but just for simplicity's sake. Alright, so here you have skull shooters. And these are not the hardest ones that you'll face in this level, by any stretch of the imagination. And you really wish you probably had the magical sword by now, because it would make this room easier. And you do have to come here because you do have to find this key. I would not recommend going much further without it. Let us grab the map in the next room up. And really having the candle is a good thing too. And we'll be getting into those rooms in just a moment. But this next room could hurt a little. It's not the worst room in the dungeon, that's for sure. Oh, clock. Good, good, good. Alright, so hopefully we'll get a fairy or some kind of other health restorers. The next room is really ugly, and really where you want to use your potions if you need to. Because you have... And that 5 is not worth getting. And yes, you do have to find that key also. And here you have all kinds of Zols. You have fire Zols and you have Zol trebles. But really, they should not be much trouble for you at this point. Especially if you have sword beams. And this used to have dark nuts in it. So, big changes there. This room used to be dark. Oh, hello. And by the way, here's your next level of Gibdos. And yeah, these guys hurt. A lot. They do 1 heart of damage, and they're not the worst ones either. And here's another key. Now this room here, you find your Dig Dodger, but he's not the one you have to worry about, so to speak. And if you don't have the whistle at this point, you may want to go back and get it. Now you don't actually have to kill him if you don't want, but you probably should. Because there's something in here you want. Yeah, you need the boss key. So even if you don't kill him, you're not going to go very far because you're going to find that and get stuck. So you really want to make sure you find that boss key. Now, remember this wall is also bombable. And make sure you have bombs so you can go up this direction and it'll say, check the middle row carefully. So I wonder why. Because there's something in here. Here is your red candle, so it's not in level 7 anymore. And there you see an example of the bats dropping health for me. So obviously we still have to fight the boss. And there's still one more room to go through. We still have not gotten the magic jar yet. So there's only one place it could be. And that is below you. So it's only, this is the only place it could be. This is where it is. And if you can get a clock in this room, it's probably better for you. And yeah, you got these dark nuts that shoot swords at you. And they take 1 heart of damage right now. But if you can break their shields, which is what I should be doing, and it makes it kind of much easier. And there's a fairy. There's my magic jar. And we should still be able to get the magical sword. We'll just extend the part a little bit. And yeah, you want to kind of pause as fast as possible. Get your boomerang out. Stun the dig dodger so he doesn't fly around all over the place. There's your heart container, the one that requires you so you can get the magical sword. So now here's the easiest way to do this. You could have 6 back to the start if you want, or you could just blow your whistle right here. And the whirlwind works a little different in this quest. It takes you back to the start rather than taking you to the levels. So, and of course now we have to make our way back up that way, but it's a short walk. It's not too terribly long. And right now we're really running low on bombs, so we may have to buy bombs in the next part, but we'll see. The bomb drops have not been as frequent as the arrow drops, but we had to use a lot in the last part, so, I mean in the last level. And we have not recovered a lot. So, trying to get some extra money along the way. Now, the magical sword is in a different spot also. It is not where you think it is. And there's some more bombs, so that's good. So we do have to go all the way around here. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to do this. And by the way, that's one of your bomb shops. If you want to buy 5 of them or whatever the case may be. But I would highly recommend kind of against it for right now. I would save up for the 10, but... So we're back on this screen now. Didn't take that long. And if you blow your whistle there, you'll end up in Laurel. So, welcome to Laurel. And you really don't want to be in here any longer than you have to be without sufficient protection, meaning the magical sword. So if you go into this cave right here, where the white sword was, that's where you find your magical sword. And you really, really want it for this place. And as soon as you get out, blow your whistle and get out of here. Because those guys are quite a headache. Alrighty. So, join me next time as we explore Laurel and see what else we can do. Probably level 6 and 7. I'm Nitro6003 and I'll see you guys all next time.